Welcome back to another episode of the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What's up, everybody? Round of applause from a live studio audience for Hard Hodl. Stack or die financially. Round of applause from a live studio audience for BTC Backpacker in the house. What up? As you can see today, I'm going to stay on the air. I'm going to continue to broadcast until we get to 300 subscribers. Okay? It's been a long time coming. Been waiting for 300 subs. So I'm going to put it up here in your face. Okay? Make it happen. Round of applause from a live studio audience for Carlos Aramillo. What up, Carlos? Good to see you in here. Welcome, welcome. It's ridiculous, huh? It's too big out there. Let me just make it smaller. There we go. This is what we're working on today, guys. We need to hit all-time high subscribers today. All-time high subscribers today. You can help make it happen by sharing this post, sharing this live stream with one of your friends, with somebody you feel is going to get into Bitcoin or needs to get into Bitcoin. Send them a link, invite them to the show. Okay? I promise not to be weird. All right, let's get the show started, guys. Let's jump into the first segment of the show that we like to call the SATS Strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $60,799.47. You can buy 1,644 Satoshis for a single dollar. You might be asking yourself, what the heck is a Satoshi? I thought we were talking about Bitcoin here. Well, a Satoshi is Bitcoin. A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a penny, a cent, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, a $50 is actually US currency, US dollars. Right? And you can put 100 pennies into $1. Well, you can have 100 million Satoshis, and that gives you a whole Bitcoin. Okay? So, when you see the price of Bitcoin at $60,000, you might think you're priced out, but you're not. You can buy it in fractions. And those fractions are called Satoshis. We call them SATS for short. And today, if you were walking down the street minding your own business, and you look down and you found a penny, and you picked it up, that penny could get you 16 Satoshis for a single penny. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. That is the SAT strength. I get coming back here, and it's wild to think where we're at in with today's price. Back at 60,000. Who knows how far down we'll go? If we'll go far down, if we'll go back down again, if we'll go back to 58K, if we'll go lower to 47,000. Who knows? Who knows? Right? The point is that we don't want to sit here and wait around for a lower price when we can be buying Bitcoin today, right? Let's talk about. Well, this song is long. Let me fade it out here for a second. Let's talk about this. Let's jump into the next segment of the show that we like to call "Why We Stack." Let's do that. Why we stack. All right, so usually here on the show we like to focus on Bitcoin as a way of saving the value that you work so hard for. Saving your, conserving or protecting your purchasing power. And it's interesting because you look at all the stuff that's going on right now, and even the places that are supposed to keep your money safe, allegedly. Whoa! Did that just happen? Did that just happen? Did that just happen? Did we just hit 300 subscribers? If you are our 300 subscriber, say something in the chat. I want to say thank you to you and shout you out. We'll keep it going. If you're looking at the things that are happening today in the news, right? There's wars, there's elections, and depending who you ask, if the other guy wins, it's going to be total catastrophe, right? And if your guy wins, everything's going to get solved, right? But both sides believe the opposite of each other's candidate. One side will tell you, if you vote for that guy, the world's going to go to poop. And others, and this is the guy that's going to save us from all of the problems we have, right? And then another says, if you vote for this gal, everything's going to go to poop. This is the only way they're going to save us from everything that's going to happen, right? And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter, right? And if you go to to the place that's supposed to be keeping your money safe, right? Your bank, especially if you're Bank of America right now. I'm laughing because it's kind of silly. It's funny to see how. Oh, very cool. Welcome, Fatter. Welcome to the stream. Fader, nice. Is that you? Are you our 300 subscriber, Fader? Oh my gosh, welcome, dude. That's cool. You'll always have that. You'll always have that mantle that you were our 300 subscriber, and you saved me from having to live stream all day long. Let's go, baby. Round of applause from a live studio audience for P Hater. Oh my gosh. We just stacked it. We checked it. Check it. There you go. There you go. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Statwise in the house. Round of applause from a live studio audience for Statwise. So, what I'm trying to get at is all of the things they tell you to scare you away from Bitcoin. Like it's like all the people that have been telling you for the past couple of years that Bitcoin is bad for the environment and it uses too much energy. All those institutions that are the ones running those rumors are the ones stacking Bitcoin hand over fist right now, right? While the rest of the populace is still stuck on the ideas that they put out, and they're missing out on the stacking opportunities that we have today, right? And the very banks, like the Bank of America, that told you that investing in Bitcoin is risky because you could wake up one day and your balance would be at zero. All their customers checked in yesterday and on the mobile app. I guess it was a glitch just on the mobile app, and their balances are all zero. So it's like their balances weren't actually zero, but they were showing zero. Anyway, I don't have the full details, but I just think it's really funny and kind of rich that all this FUD about Bitcoin. And you know what? How many times Bitcoin's been down? It hasn't, right? So round of applause for Satoshi Nakamoto and for the Bitcoin network continuing to run regardless of the BS, regardless of who's in power, and continuing to work for everybody without permission and without third-party risk and without a care in the world of who you are, what you believe, or who you represent. It's apolitical. It doesn't care what your religion is. It doesn't care what your beliefs are. If you can operate within the rules of Bitcoin, Bitcoin will work for you. It doesn't matter who you are. And I know people say Bitcoin is money for your enemies. It's a way of saying Bitcoin is money for everybody, right? It doesn't matter what you are. And if you start to think about it, not only is Bitcoin money for everybody, but it's money for things, like for maybe even like AI, for non-humans, right? And if aliens came to this world, they probably want to get some Bitcoin too, right? And BTC Backpacker, we don't do political promotions in here, right? We just do the only political party you're allowed to promote is the Orange Party, the party of the truth. All right. So with that, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Let's do a quick version of the Why We Stack statement of the day, which is oriented towards people that are saving in Bitcoin, looking for a way to conserve your money, to conserve the value that you work so hard for, right? Without it getting debased slow and steady by the government via inflation. What we do is you save in Bitcoin. And what does saving in Bitcoin mean? Saving in Bitcoin is like going back in time and giving yourself a continuously increasing retroactive raise for the hours that you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. So if you want to go and do a little extra overtime work on your at work, right? You could do a couple extra hours of overtime. Take the extra 1 or 2 hours of overtime, stack the proceeds from that extra hour or two of overtime into Bitcoin. And when you look back at the stack that you bought with those extra hours of overtime, you'll see what I mean. The longer you hold it, the more you would have gotten paid for those extra hours of overtime that you did back in the day, right? So it's like a time traveling machine, right? Bitcoin is like a time machine, right? It allows you to go back in time and work for a higher wage than the current wage, right? It allows you to grow your purchasing power over time without the risk of leakage, without decay from inflation or fees or risk of somebody taking it from you, third party. Satwise Jackson said, I hope Free Ross doesn't qualify as political. Free Ross, I don't think qualifies as political. I think Ross should be freed because there's people behind even some of the stuff he got accused of. It's legal now, right? You can sell marijuana. You can sell. It just doesn't make sense to keep him in jail. And so I'm with you on the Free Ross idea, Satwise. I'm with you on that. But along the same idea, just because somebody says they're gonna free Ross doesn't mean they'll actually do it. Right? A lot of stuff gets promised during campaigns, and for whatever reason, when the tire hits the road, most of those things don't get done. Right? And I'm not talking about any candidate in particular. I'm just saying politicians are going to tell you what you want to hear. Right? They're going to tell you what you want to hear to rile up the crowd. And if they win, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to follow through. Right? So do what you need to do, support who you want to support, but don't get too invested in it because you might get disappointed. Okay? You know what doesn't disappoint though? And you know it more than I do, is stacking SATs. Stacking SATs has never disappointed me. Well, that's fine. And like I said, this is the United States, right? And we're all entitled to our own research and our own opinions and our own what's it called? Your own vote, right? That's the whole point of voting, is you get to decide who you want to support, and that's fine. So, that said, yeah, it's wild. I wasn't expecting to jump right into 300 subs. That's freaking awesome. Yes, I'm stoked. So let's do this. Let's continue with the show and do the stack recap, and then if there's anything else we want to talk about, we'll save it for the Q&A section of the show, which will be pretty fun. All right, here we go. Let's jump into the next segment that we like to call Stack Recap, because we don't only sit here and talk about stacking sats every Monday through Friday. We actually do it weekly. Or no, weekly? Week daily? What's the best way to say that? Every day of the week? In 2024, we started tracking our sat buys on a separate sheet so that new people to the show can feel less discouraged when they see how big our stack is. Right? We started stacking $20 on Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every week. But on the occasions where the price of Bitcoin drops below our average buy price for 2024, we do a double stack. When the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price, we do a $20 stack. All right? Okay. So this is our status as of 2024. We started the show back on May 22nd, 2023. Pizza Day, 2 years ago, or a year ago, year and a half ago. And, well, we started with $5 a day. And then we shifted over to $10 a day when we moved to Swan. And then we switched it over to $20 a day. Just because we needed to get more volume going because we got more greedy and wanted to stack more. Okay. Since the beginning of the show, our stack is up about 36% in terms of fiat money, but those numbers are not important to us. The important numbers are these numbers and these numbers. The amount of Satoshis under our control, and away from any third-party risk, right? For the whole lifespan of the show through different means, including DCAing Monday through Friday, selling things out of the garage to liberate frozen or like stuck Satoshis, and through different other ways to incentivize ourselves to save, like 100 days of saving in Bitcoin challenge. We have accumulated for the show about 0.300990012 Bitcoin. We finally hit the 0.3 Bitcoin, right on par with our 300 subscribers. Let's go. And our 300th episode. Today is episode 303. 303. So we've been doing this for a while, right? And we're growing slow and steady. That's how it goes. You know, we stack episodes, we stack SATs, and we stack friends who like Bitcoin. All right. So just like that, we know how much Bitcoin we're going to buy today. We're going to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin for today's stack. Now, every hour of the week with a low as penny with zero. Ooh. Hopes. Why not every hour of every hour of the week with as low as a penny with zero fees on strike? Can you do that? Can you do that? Every business day stack. Every business day stack. Yep. That's good. That's interesting. I might do that. See how it works. That'd be cool. All right. So we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy today. Let's get that purchase done and continue on with the show. Here it is. Now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna stack, there's only one thing left to do, and it's time to stack some SATs. Yeah, I'm almost positive it was him. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, nice. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I kind of lost track of the chat. Let me get this purchase done. 300 subs, baby, yeah! All right. We got... Where am I? Let me get this... strike up. Boom. I hit buy. $20 keyed in. Perfect. Right there. And then I'm going to do next. And I'm going to cut the music. Hit the drum roll. There it is. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin for the Stack Sats show today, live on episode 303 with 300 subscribers. And just like that, we stacked an additional 32,481 Satoshis to the stack. And we will, of course, go to the spreadsheet and update it with today's buy. Look at that. Proof of stacking. Proof of stacking right there, guys. We don't just get down here and talk about stacking sats. We actually do it. We do it live so that people that are curious about it and don't understand how it works can see it done and say, oh, you know, it's not that bad. It sounds complicated, but it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it's easy enough that I can do it while I'm talking and trying to conduct a show. So if I can do it, a low IQ guy, you can do it with focus and no distractions. Okay. And we turn these into currency. We copy this formula over to here. Also copy this formula over. 32,481 Satoshis added to the stack. We added to our overall sheet for the whole lifespan of the show. Stacking regularly. Dollar cost averaging, Bitcoin cost averaging. Final total for today after today's purchase is, let's see, 0.3013149 Bitcoin has been added to the stack. Just like that. All right, SatWise says, yes, you can, Roman, and it would be a good side segment for your show to see if it really improves your dollar cost averaging. And please check your Lightning wallet since you're stacking. Improves. How can voice typing even come up with a word like that? That's awesome. That's hilarious. Let's see. We need to add that to the tracker, I believe. Let's see here. Boom. Oops. Boom. Nope. There. Perfect. I said, please check your Lightning wallet since your stack. Satwise Janks was. So it was just, that's funny. Let's see. My Lightning wallet. Boom. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean on that one, Satwise. Where he says, and please check your Lightning wallet since you're stacking. You mean move stuff out of that wallet? Yeah, I usually move. I try to do a withdrawal from all of my exchanges when I get to like 0.01, I think is when I usually do it. 0.01, and then I'll once all those land in my wallet, I'll usually send all my Bitcoin back to myself on that same wallet, so I can consolidate UTXOs. I zapped you at the beginning of the show. Let me see. Let's make sure it works. That's funny. Okay, that makes sense. I don't see it on. Interesting. Check. I'm looking at it right now. Checking. I'm getting into all my wallets right now. Seeing where that came through. Yeah, I don't see it. Interesting, Satwise. Don't zap anything. Don't zap anything, guys. I'm just gonna see, make sure that all these addresses are working. I think. Let me see what's been up here. So, Roman stacks at ZBD. Yeah, that one should work. That one should work. If you send it to this one. Oops, where is it? Nope. If you sent it to Roman stacks at zbd.gg's, that one should work. I just don't see it in here yet. Usually that app is a little bit slow too to receive. So I'll monitor it. I should probably change it to my strike one. But anyways, I appreciate Satwise Yanks. We're gonna add you've donated a bunch to this show actually. I'm gonna add that to a column on the overall tracker for the show, because that should be accounted for as well. So I'm gonna take care of that probably by tonight, and we'll have it ready for tomorrow's episode, where I can track donations. I even have a page over here for it, but I just haven't done it yet. See, look at This one. I just haven't sat there and done the math for it yet because I want to do it. I want to track it, and I want it to show up on this page so we can actually include it as part of the total. If there's a better one I can use in the future, but Strike is. Oh yeah, Strike is KYC. That's right. I've been using. Wallet of Satoshi, dude. Even though we're not supposed to be using Wallet of Satoshi, it still works for me. As long as it's, I still have it downloaded. I've never uninstalled it, right? So I think Roman at StackSats should still work. So maybe we should start using that one. That was not KYC. Anyway, all right, we'll keep the show rolling. Let's get into Q&A. It's wild. Okay, I know it was crazy to see at 300 subscribers. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, right? But to me, it's a big deal. It's I want the subscribers to be at least the amount of episodes we have, and right now we're at 303 episodes. So you got to pick up at least one subscriber per episode. I know it sounds tricky, but this week and maybe next week, I'm gonna start putting out a bunch of shorts and seeing if that can help with a little bit of growth, and then we'll just keep working from there, guys. It'll be good. I think as more and more people start to understand Bitcoin and the price starts to go up, we'll get the latecomers to the party, you know, and when people start to actually search for Bitcoin content that are new to the whole ecosystem, hopefully they start to find our shows and we can catch them before they make the beginner mistakes that I wish I didn't make, right? Start getting into poop coins, yield products, try to trade Bitcoin, right? So we're here to try to save them a little bit of the headache, right? But some might say that going through that and losing some money and getting burned by the poop coiners or robbed by the yield traffickers, the yield promisers. Part of that is the cost of learning, right? The cost of your education, the cost of understanding why Bitcoin is so important. You kind of have to get burned by the fire to know not to play with the fire, right? Right? But you know, hopefully for the real smart ones out there that want to listen and do the research before they go into that kind of stuff, we can save them from burning their hand, you know, by showing them our scars, anyway, getting them to Bitcoin Maxi as fast as possible, right? It's wild. I have friends. One of the people I orange pilled. I hadn't seen him in a while, and yeah, he bought Bitcoin for sure, and he's holding Bitcoin. And I talked to them recently, and when I asked how the stacking was going, they got a little sheepish, right? And almost like with a little bit of shame in their eye, admitted that they bought a bunch of extra coins, and were poop coining, right? And I don't want to beat up on him too bad, but I was like, that's just gambling, right? He's like, yeah, I know. Like, all right, well, as long as you understand that you're shit coining, that you're poop coining, and you're gonna lose money in the long run, because that is a scam. When that happens, I don't want you to associate that or affiliate that in any way with your Bitcoin stack. Keep your Bitcoin stack separate. Know that if you're poop coining, you're in essence gambling on unregistered securities, and when you get rugged, don't blame that on Bitcoin. They're like, yeah, I know. I just think it's, they want to gamble. Yeah, and people are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? But at least I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, right? But at the same time, they know they're playing with fire, right? Poop coining is addictive as math. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's true. Plus, if you already have like if you already have a gambling, if you already like gambling, right? If you like gambling and you can do it from your phone, shoot, then you're gonna poop coin, right? Ethereum. Let's go. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. It is the cost of tuition, and that's basically what I said. I was like, look, man, you're going for that cheap high, right? You might gain, you might get lucky and maybe double your money on a poop coin, right? But then what are you gonna do? Keep it in that poop coin for the long term? If you keep it in that poop coin for the long term, it's gonna go to poop. It's gonna go to zero, right? So then you have to have a taxable event. You have to sell it, and when you sell it, you have to pay the government capital gains tax. That's like 30 or 40% of your winnings. So then what do you end up making? A little bit, right? And on top of that, you have the extra headache of not having to deal with that on your taxes, right? It's a lot of extra work for not so much money, even though you think you're making gains. And on top of that, you're going to miss. On top of that, those poop coins are not going to pump until after Bitcoin pumps. And meanwhile, while your money was stuck in those poop coins, you missed the Bitcoin pump. So you're missing out on opportunity costs of being in Bitcoin, of not being in Bitcoin. You're missing out on your gains because you have to cash out of that poop to get back into dollars, and that's a taxable event, right? You're missing out on your time because you're trying to figure out when to get in and when to get out of this poop coin. And overall, it's costing you your life. It's costing you more life in terms of time, like your actual presence of mind and your attention. And it's costing you more because you're more likely to lose than make money, right? So tell me about one thing that does not improve your purchasing power. One thing that does not increase your purchasing power over time. That's poop coins, right? So anyway, they understand. They know the game. They understand what Bitcoin is, but they still want to do some poop coining on the side for fun, I guess, right? Okay, whatever. More power to you, I guess. If that's what you want to do. Just know that in the future, every Satoshi that you took for granted is going to be worth more than you thought. Maybe not necessarily for us, right? But for our descendants in the future, those extra Satoshis that you could have had, that you gambled away on poop coins, could be life changing. It's just a matter of how big your time horizon is, right? Down the road, 3 or 4 generations, how much will 10 Satoshis buy you? Right? How much freedom will 10 Satoshis buy you in 100 years? Right? We haven't talked about this in a while. When the reward for mining a whole block is 1 Satoshi. Right? Is it 2130, 2136 or 38? Anyway, the last halving where the Coinbase reward for mining a block becomes 1 Satoshi. When that time comes in 100 years, what will you be able to buy with 10 Satoshis? Right? It'll be like the equivalent of mining 10 blocks, not counting the transaction fees and stuff, right? I lost so much over the 3 cycles trying to make more BTC on alt season. Oh my gosh, here we go. This is perfect. I should be living large by now. Instead, living humbly with diamond hands, more than most will ever stack. Don't do it. Yo, what up, BTC Cowboy? Good to see you in here. And Satwise Janks, thanks for sharing that story. Having gone through 3 cycles, that's impressive, man. That's pretty cool. And these are the stories that I like to hear, and I want to have on the show because I'm not speaking from personal experience, right? This is I think I started into Bitcoin I want to say 2020. It was like towards the end of the virus. It was like towards the end of when, I don't know. I have the exact date, I guess, if I could look it up. But I'll look it up for tomorrow when I got started into cryptocurrencies / Ethereum / poop coining, and then got into Bitcoin. But I'm glad that it only took me about a cycle. No worries, Andrew. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad it only took me about a cycle to get through all of the shenanigans and go full BTC only. In a way, the fact that that Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake and stopped mining was a big push towards getting more into Bitcoin for me, right? But even though I was already mining Ethereum and selling it to buy Bitcoin, it just made it more like Bitcoin only, right? I wasn't holding Ethereum for long term. I was holding it just because I could mine it and get more SATS with it. But yeah, the opportunity cost of not being in Bitcoin is more than most altcoins are going to make you right now anyway. Okay. And remember, you got to time it right or you're going to lose. You're going to lose. So let's leave the show. Let's leave the show on that note to wrap it up. And we'll continue to stack, right? Leave it on the note that we don't poop coin, we don't yield farm, we don't trade Bitcoin. We only buy Bitcoin. We take custody of that Bitcoin into a wallet that you have the keys for. It could be a hot wallet, but I prefer a cold wallet. Okay, if you ever need help setting any of those things up, let me know. We'll make a live stream about it, and we'll share how to do it. And yeah, slow and steady, helping each other out, continuing to stack, staying motivated. That's where it's at. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sats Show for the Friday edition. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, oh, I missed it. You're slacking. Later, guys. Have a good one, Andrew. Good night, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in, Satwise. I always appreciate having you in here. BTC Cowboy, thanks for tuning in. We got Leonard, thanks for tuning in. We got BTC Backpacker in the house. Shout out to Miss BTC Backpacker too. Shout out to P Hatter in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Our 300 subscriber. Let's go, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh. There it is.